Kites. Hmm. Ayan. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. Ayan, okay na yan. And then let's start.
Farewell, my friend.
Recap lang. Sa mga nakaraan na araw, yan, nakuha ko na yung armor, Brunex armor, and then, of course, gala-gala, pinalakas ko yung karakter ko. And then, tinapos ko na rin yung mga quests. Ayan. Easy Raiders, Combat, mga nakawala, Boom Shakalaka. Ayan. Yung mga natapos pa. So, ngayon. Oh, Godwin. Pero hindi pa yun ang focus natin. Ngayon, dito tayo. Sa blacksmith tayo ngayon.
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine. And they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
What was the car?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semine wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semine's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi. What can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. But these days, I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semine.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them. Can I ask you a...
What is it?
All right.
Time's wasted. Care, friend?
Yeah, sure. Lang. Come. Tama-tama, kailangan ko ng pagkain.
Huh? Hey, I've got some nice stuff here if you're interested.
I'm interested. Greetings, goodman.
Laudetur Jesus Christus. No
Amen. I'm sorry, brother, but you don't exactly look like...
ego sum qui sum. And you are assuredly not my brother yet. As the day of reckoning draws near, we are all brothers. And soon our sins will be weighed and tallied. Let us not forget the love.
No,
How could the prophecies not be magistri mendaces?
oh, true, that may be.
Novi Dominus pios de tentatione. And should I be...
I can't
Are you a blasphemer? A fornicator? Can you tell the true pope from the false? Shall you sin or change your ways? Who can ever know these days? A groschen or two and the intercession of a...
So you mean to sell me an indulgence?
Absit! No. Whether you wish to avail yourself...
Show me your wares.
Certainly. You won't find this just...
Choleric Knight's Crossroad. Saan pagkain? Siya merong human skull. Yung dead man's ear. Ah, Bernador.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Okay na. bago tayo pumunta dyan, wait lang. Let's continue.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? No, I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you pray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Talaga. Tulad ng sinabi ni Kuya Blacksmith.
Prepare to fight.
Go for it, Yorgo.
Hey! Stop fighting!
Why did you do that?
Come on, Yorgo.
Come on. Oh, you wee
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
No, tahimik.
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine? What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
My name is Henry.
Henry. The Takeoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with
Mas proper
his
yan.
kin from
Gusto
Arabia.
na maging magnanakaw yung character natin.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Oh my.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so-
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly.
Yeah. Sige, right.
Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. So long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah? I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon...
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. So, do you know what to do? Or have you got any more questions?
Siyempre may question ako.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. This Yurko,
They're Lord Samin's kin.
only they're from Moravia.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the fact...
And you, sir?
Well,
No.
I'm the captain here, and I'm... As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't you... I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Well, I heard Lord von Burghoff will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him. Wouldn't we all, lad?
Well,
Son, anyway, stick...
we should probably get...
That we should. Come back in the morning if you want.
Saan ako igaan dito?
God bless, sir.
Greetings to you.
Ang bago ah, may lang ako dito eh.
Can I ask you,
Sure.
what about Lord...
What are you asking me, son?
Oh, I'm not asking you...
And would you believe me if I told you that he knows how to make...
Sounds almost too good.
See? You...
How about Von...
Well, actually, he ain't Trotsky.
That's all you know?
That's it.
I'll get going then.
Don't get ideas. I wasn't at my best. But I'm not gonna scrap with you.
You've got quite an unusual accent.
Can't you tell? Thumb's Neumar.
Well, you don't like it here?
You see any vineyard? More the other way around.
You're related...
Aye. I wouldn't ever be here otherwise. It's not every day that you're... thirst.
You're a...
My pa. We were before. That's...
Greetings to you.
Walang dapat kausapin. Kinakausap ko.
What would you like? How do things work? Samin, the horses, each one in any case. Some of them are, some can, and if you...
I'd like my...
As you wish, but it will take...
What if I offer... It's just a horse.
That works.
Here you go then.
Now then. All finished. Those hooves gave me a hard time.
Ngayon, ito pala yung spade. Kasi may spade na ako.
God be with you.
Greetings to you.
Ang sweet naman nilang dalawa. Wala ba dito ano?
Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child. Everything all right, eh?
Go! Quick!
Sadler. Where's Trader? Ito pala may kampang pa dito eh. Study.
God! Quick!
Easy, good horse.
Is there someone there?
What is it you need?
Why are you barking? Is everything all right?
Load natin. Kasi sayang yung kailangan natin ng
Can I?
Sure.
What about?
What?
Oh,
And would study.
sound.
See?
How about?
Well, he ain't.
That's.
That's.
I'll get.
Careful.
Don't get idea.
You got.
Can't you?
No, you don't. Like,
You see more than...
you're an.
It's not...
You're a.
my part. We were before, that's all.
kailangan natin yun para
God! God! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
More expensive. Tell me about it. What would you like?
About the nomad.
They've got some handsome young fellas there, true.
I'll have a look at your.
karot lang.
Thank you, and come again, sir.
Nabalik ko. Ano yun? Ito. Mouse nyo. Drying rock.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Balik na tayo dun sa loob. Lutuin natin yung pagkain.
God! God! God!
Whoa! Whoa!
Bilis tumakbo eh oh. Hindi na bibigatan eh. Ay, pwede tayo kumain dito. Nice. Ano yun? Oh yeah.
Good day.
Whoa! Whoa!
Kaya magbasa-basa. Books. Bilis ah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Saan ba yung ano? Sabi, meet the courtyard. Ano ba? God saying in his God, he will wait for me in the courtyard first in the morning.
Good day to you. And with you?
Good doggy, good boy.
Careful!
Where do you think you're going?
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right, stay close to us and...
As you say, sir.
Where were we out searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovich.
Right, sir. There's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
Accept the challenge.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Kumain ka rin dyan. Ayos na tayo. Pwede laging laban ng tayong laban.
All right, son. Hold on a mo.
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Well, all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thing.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Corvar, I'm wounded. Jesus, I'm hit.
Henry, come here. What do you say, son?
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young'un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he's saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Ayos oh. Natin ko na yan. I would use it yearly. Hindi yung ano. Long-term user ako. Ayos oh.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
I wouldn't want that mare if someone gave it to me for free.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir.
Ayaw ba yun? Yung automatic na rebels ah.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening,
Where were they headed?
towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin.
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with...
Of course I do. Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything.
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that...
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though.
Let's hope more like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semin would do that. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never...
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises that pair have mischief in their eyes.
That'll be all.
Ganda su. Parang nakashoot ako eh.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir.
So the Yitchin? The bastards!
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum! Let's hurry!
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled.
What a
They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go. You found anything like...
Not yet. sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without his will. If that's the way God wants it, there's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right now. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old Yarmilka would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here. Oh, be quiet. You still can't be sure of anything. Excuse me. Oh, not me. This place always gives me the shivers. Godspeed. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'll see a different tune when you have the road to the right. I hear it.
There's somebody there.
Let's get closer.
Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignorant? For fuck's sake, you was never ordained, monster. I was.
What do we do now?
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it. And so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, then we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Really stunning. For a wench, he's got a miserable
Those definitely
pair
aren't
of
the
tits on
blacksmith's
him.
hands.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands. I didn't see them. They look more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight.
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. He showed us mettle and training. So, how are we gonna do it?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And I see you're equipped for it, too. Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Right you are, Captain.
Like that. Like that. Make it quick. You see X's everywhere. It ain't that strange. My uncle had a pair like that. Each eye a different colour. And he definitely weren't Hex. I'm gonna bash your face in. You won't. I'll rip you. I'll have you to rip it. Let's see what you can do.
At him! He's got no chance, along. Thanks to God and blessed her. Bandage quick. Hope that's enough.
What's the hold-up, Janet?
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then.
Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't to save my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shawnees, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours. Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
You should have fucking stayed out.
At him! He's got no chance to lose!
Leave him alone.
King Horsa! Help me with their blow! Bashing on the head!
He's had it. Hey, I need a hand here. Didn't see that coming, eh? True blood. Yeah. They got what they deserved, the fuckers.
You have to spare me.
Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
I'll go and track.
Great.
No, it's not.
At least there's something we agree on.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides, if I do yield...
Who knows what they'll do to you?
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree.
Hey, I saw you cozying up with Gules. Seems...
What? He wanted...
But he didn't.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, I'd say you have a way with the nobles. People trust you. You'll tell Lord Semine it was a youthful folly, eat crow, and that'll be that. Well, either you give it a try, or we fight it out, or you jump.
Although, Ma always said, for sure, I'm better at it than fighting with strangers, or... All right. But only if you'll put in a good word for me. You'll tell them that I gave him up, right away, and I don't know, with the face of the Virgin Mary appeared in the clouds?
You've got it. But I'll try and think up something better than the Virgin Mary.
All right. Let's go.
I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you ought to report back to Radovan as soon...
What's going to happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, it's clear the other fellow was tied up, so who knows what went down. Maybe he was innocent. Gnarly'll have a word with him, and we'll see what he tells us.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you promised him, but I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum, and it's quite clear to me.
All right. Could you wait a while?
All right, but make it quick. I was happy to...
Is that offer of a...
Sure.
A ride would be great.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gules.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
We didn't want to. We didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. I got mixed up in this by mistake.
Stop arguing, or I'll unhitch the cart and let the horses drag you the rest of the way.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Seming's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Frenzy.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Every mention I dragged to the gallows swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
I wouldn't want that beer.
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool.
Everything all right, eh?
The only bit of shade far and wide. That's just it. Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened.
Good day. You have a kind master, eh?
So, job done. The cart was found.
Whew. That's a relief.
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truscovitz. What do you think of her?
I haven't seen Agnes. Is she pretty?
Pretty doesn't do her justice. She's a beauty. But she's got such a sharp tongue on her that I don't envy older at all. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
With the devil? Why would...
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
What strange...
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Where can I find them?
Do I look like so? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. In return, you'll get me invited to Samin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, come and see Betty from the Troskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.